responsible for a fifth of India's exports. In a country of over 1 billion people, that's staggering. His father built an empire in polyester fibers. Mukesh multiplied it, expanded it, globalized it. For years, he was in the top 10 richest people on Earth. In 2007, during a stock market surge, he was briefly number 1. Now he sits at 20th, still unfathomably wealthy, still untouchable. He lives here with his wife, Nita, and their 3 children, all of whom studied in the United States, Yale, Brown, Ivy League education. There are homes you can visit, and then there are homes you can only imagine, rising 27 stories above Mumbai, towering over slums and skyscrapers alike, a building so expensive, so excessive, that even saying the word house feels wrong. This is Antilia, the most expensive private residence ever built, and today we're stepping inside, not to admire it, but to understand what happens when wealth stops answering to reason. Let's begin. Picture this. You're walking through Mumbai. The air is thick, traffic hums, street vendors call out. Then you turn a corner, and there it is, a tower, sleek, glass, shimmering in the heat, 27 floors. But it doesn't look like 27, because some ceilings are double height, some triple. So from the outside, it looks like a 60-story building. Except it's not an office, not a hotel, it's a home. For 6 people? 6, not 60, not 600, just 6. A family living in 400,000 square feet of engineered luxury, with a staff of 600 to keep it running. That's 100 staff members per family member, chefs, cleaners, security, drivers, an entire ecosystem built to serve. You step closer, the base is wide, solid. On the lower floors, there's a parking garage, not for 10 cars, not for 20, for 168. Because when you own this much space, why not fill it? Inside that garage sits a Maybach, custom, rare, and somewhere nearby, a full car service station. Because taking your vehicle to a shop would be inconvenient. Above the garage, 3 helipads. Yes, 3, perched on the roof like steel lilies. Technically, they violate Mumbai's residential bylaws, but no one enforces it, because when you operate at this level, rules become suggestions, and suggestions are optional. You enter the lobby, marble floors, polished until they reflect the ceiling. 9 elevators line the wall, not because the building is that tall, but because waiting is for other people. You step inside one. The doors close, smooth, silent, and you begin to rise. First stop, the recreation floors, 2 full stories. A lap pool stretches along one wall, water still, turquoise, perfect. Next to it, a gym. Not a home gym, a facility, treadmills, weights, machines most people have never seen. A juice bar in the corner, fresh pressed, always stocked. A dance studio with mirrors that span floor to ceiling. A yoga room with mats that have never been folded wrong. Everything designed for one thing, optimal living. No dust, no wear, no imperfection. You keep moving. Higher now, past a spa, private treatment rooms, massage tables, steam baths, then a ballroom. Chandeliers cover 80% of the ceiling, crystal, hanging like frozen rain. The remaining 20% left bare, and somehow that feels like the most decadent choice of all. Further up, a theater, 50 seats, plush, reclining, a screen larger than most commercial cinemas, surround sound built into the walls. You could watch a film here and feel like you're inside it. But it's not for the public, it's not even for friends. It's for 6 people who probably don't have time to use it. Outside, balconies wrap around the building. Gardens hang from the sides, lush, green, not decorative, functional. The plants absorb sunlight, help cool the interior. A small gesture towards sustainability in a building that probably uses more electricity than a small town. Then there's the ice room. Yes, ice in Mumbai, where it's hot. Always. A room with a snow generator designed to mimic winter. A childhood fantasy turned real. You step inside, the temperature drops, your breath fogs, snowflakes fall from hidden vents, and for a moment, you're somewhere else. Somewhere that doesn't exist, except it does, because someone built it. This is Antillia, not a home, a statement, named after a mythical island from an old legend, a place where 7 bishops fled and built 7 cities. No one knows why the owners chose that name. Maybe it sounded grand, maybe it meant something, or maybe when you're this wealthy, you don't need reasons, you just choose, and it becomes true. The design isn't random. Every floor, every material, every detail, rooted in symbolism. The building is divided into 6 sections: earth, water, fire, air, sound, light, arranged from bottom to top. A climb toward enlightenment. At least, that's the idea. Throughout the home, 2 motifs repeat: the sun, the lotus, both symbols of rebirth. Marble, crystal, mother of pearl, materials chosen not for cost, but for meaning. There's a temple inside, a private prayer room. Statues of Hindu deities line the halls. Ganesh, remover of obstacles. Shiva, destroyer who clears the way for creation. This isn't just a mansion, it's a monument to belief, to heritage, to identity. But here's the thing. All of this, every floor, every chandelier, every snowflake, was built in a city where 40% of children under 5 are underweight, where the largest slum in the world sits just blocks away, where millions live in structures made of tin and cloth, and rising above it all, this. The contrast is impossible to ignore. A tower of glass and gold, surrounded by poverty. Some call it offensive. A monument to inequality, others point to charity. Hospitals funded, schools built, the Ambani family has given back. But no amount of philanthropy erases the image. A billion-dollar home in a city where so many have nothing. So who lives here? Mukesh Ambani, chairman of Reliance Industries, petroleum titan, one of the richest men in Asia, worth over $40 billion. He's responsible for 1/5 of India's exports. In a country of over 1 billion people, that's staggering. His father built an empire in polyester fibers. Mukesh multiplied it, expanded it, globalized it. For years, he was in the top 10 richest people on Earth. In 2007, during a stock market surge, he was briefly number 1. Now he sits at 20th, still unfathomably wealthy, still untouchable. He lives here with his wife, Nita, and their 3 children, all of whom studied in the United States, Yale, Brown, Ivy League educations. They return to this tower, to rooms bigger than most apartments, to staff who anticipate their needs before they speak them, to a life most people can't fathom. And here's the strange part. This is their only home. Most billionaires own several, scattered across continents. But the Ambanis? Just this one. 400,000 square feet, 27 floors, 600 staff, 1 family. Is it excess? Obviously. Is it offensive? To some, yes. Is it beautiful? In a way. Cold, calculated, but beautiful. Because here's the truth. Antillia isn't about comfort. It's about capability. The ability to say, I can build this, I can own this, I can live in a tower that violates bylaws and no one will stop me. It's not a home, it's proof. That wealth, at this scale, doesn't just buy things. It rewrites the rules.